I want to tell you right now, through the bottle bill, we just don't take back our empties, we take back everybody's empties. You know, on the front end of the business, everybody wants to sell. The CVS's, the 7-Elevens, the drugstores, the big box stores, the bodegas, everybody wants to sell beer, but there's very few people who service the back end of the business, which is taking empties. We're a big part of the reason that the Returnable Container Act works, and we're some of the biggest environmentalists in the state, with a very heavy cost, because it's not cheap to take back empties in quantity. There's storage issues, there's labor issues. Right now, minimum wage is going up to $15 an hour. If we need 2 people in our bottle room, that's $30 an hour. Just do the math and see how many bottles you have to take back at 3.5 cents to get to $30, to get to the break-even piece. So I'd like the committee here to realize that we're excellent stewards, we're excellent citizens of the state, because we take our responsibility serious when it comes to the bottle bill, and we've effectively made the bottle bill work. So I congratulate my members. We face new challenges. Right now, there's a national company that's coming in and using their financial might, money they use in other states, to fund a store on Long Island, and with the plans to open many other stores. They sell beer below cost. You know, around the holidays, I think one of my members said they had one package $4 below cost. I mean, how are New York businesses supposed to compete with that? It's very difficult. The second thing is the advent of the possibility of recreational marijuana adult use. You know, we'd like to be in that game. It's our understanding that this venture is going to be overseen by the State Liquor Authority. We've been highly investigated and have a great track record with sales to minors. In fact, we have the best track record in the state. If you give us marijuana, you can be assured that you're dealing with somebody that has experience, that's got the job done. We have the least amount of violations per segment across New York State. And I think that, I'm hoping that you take that fact into consideration. Right now, the legislature will soon be considering a proposal of alcohol with the best record of any licensed category for preventing sales to minors. Okay? I heard a lot today about keeping it out of the hands of minors. We have the track record. We're not saying we're going to do it. It's done. It's being done every day. We're a multi-generational family business that is woven into our community. There's a lot of talk about, you know, having small business control the substance. We don't do businesses in our community. We are our community. We're not the guys you see at halftime in the big Super Bowl commercials, but I can't tell you how many kids got their first hit on a team that was sponsored by a beverage center. A lot of our owners look like the communities they're from. I think that's important. There's diversity. There's women. We hire people from the neighborhood. The money stays in the neighborhood, you know. And again, I can't think of one guy that doesn't support the local churches, that doesn't support the local youth leagues and community centers. You know, like I said, we're not part of the neighborhood. We are the neighborhood. And I'd like the committee to recognize that. I'd like the committee to recognize the contribution we've made to the environment in New York State. I'd like the committee to realize that we're New York State residents and New York State businessmen. And last of all, I would just like them to appreciate that there was some unintended consequences of legislation that basically killed our industry. And we look at this as a chance to make a comeback. So I thank you all.
Well, let me just say thank you
Sure.
for your testimony, because I think it is very relevant and it makes
Thank you.
perfectly good sense.
Thank you.
Although I do think that there has to be some additional conversations on it.
Sure.
I'll just be kind of honest. I have had a number of people from the liquor industry
Yes.
already approach me.
Yes.
And, you know, as the daughter of a family that used to own a liquor store, I said, oh, no. Because I think what you do when you already establishes what businesses can be in a brand-new industry,
Sure.
is that you've excluded some people to have any opportunity at all. And so I think we have to figure out how do we balance those two things.
Yes.
And there is no question that your industry definitely had a negative impact as a result of the bottle legislation. That's clear. And so I think that, there could be a look at how do you balance things so that, because nothing here is intended to harm any New Yorker.
Yes.
In fact, it's intended to help New Yorkers who have been harmed and New Yorkers who have not. And so I think that there is opportunity for balance, and I'm happy to look at where that is.
Thank you, Assemblywoman. I appreciate that.